Hello! Hi everyone. I am so excited to be here. My name is Cara. I am the founder of MaskCara and the CEO. Amanda invited me to come on here really quick to tell you guys just a little bit about our artist program and a little bit about our products and kind of why they exist, why it came to be. Hi Carly! Hi Jerica! So first of all, excuse me, I am not wearing any products today, just the skincare, which makes it so luckily you don't really even have to wear anything else if you're in a rush. But so quick background on kind of my perspective on beauty. I didn't grow up feeling like I was a super girly girl. I was always just kind of a tomboy. And I didn't care about all that girly stuff. And then in 5th grade, I had to do a science project. And science didn't sound very fun to me, but my science teacher said that we could do an invention. And that sounded so much more fun to me. That just sounded like really up my alley. And so I tried to think of something that was unique, that hadn't been invented anymore, or before. And it was funny because I kept coming up with things that had been invented. But I didn't know they existed. And then I was at my friend Shelly's house, she works with us. She's one of our team members. She does if you ever have questions or do anything with the comp plan, Shelly is an absolute expert. We've been friends since we were little. And what was funny about Shelly's mom was one of those moms that you went to with all of your questions. She's just brilliant woman, one of those really just patient mamas that would just tell you, she'd sit and tell you about stuff. And I loved just going to her with questions. And what was funny is that day that I was kind of trying to feel out my invention, I noticed she had makeup in her kitchen or in her bathroom. And I also noticed that I never saw her wearing makeup. And this was kind of an interesting theme that I had noticed from other moms, is that either they had either they liked makeup or they didn't like makeup. Either they looked like they wore it or they didn't look like they wore it. But they all had it. And I remember asking her something about it, and she just said, I don't know anything about makeup. I don't know how to use it. I know it's important, but and it was, I think, the first time I'd ever heard her say, I don't know. And it threw me because I thought, this mom knows everything. Moms are never saying, I don't know. And so it got in my head that there was this big thing that all these women really wanted to understand and know better that was being complicated. And somebody needed to make it more fun and simple and easy. So that was kind of the first time that I got interested in makeup. And so my idea was to take this clay mask, or take a clay, I just made some clay and then form fitted it to my face so that it matched my actual sculpt. You put the makeup all on the mask at night, and then you just pop it on your face in the morning. I thought that would make it easier. It would make it quick. You could sleep in. And that was my science project. And it didn't end up working per se, but after that day, I always knew that I wanted to kind of disrupt the beauty industry and make it better and do better and make it more accessible to more people. And so that has always been my goal. And when I finally came up with the idea of 3D foundation, it was really right along those lines. It was easy. Anyone could do it. It was taking the best about makeup and the best about our faces and mixing it together. And what I love about our products is the less layers you have on, the more your skin shows through, and the more you're you, but just the best version of you. And so I started working toward this amazing goal, and it just went crazy. And we just had so much success, and so many people loved this 3D foundation, and it was just going so great. And I knew we needed to take a next step. And I didn't know kind of what step we needed to take, because I thought, we could get into stores. I had some of the stores that were my biggest goals, this whole journey. For instance, Sephora reaching out and wanting to work with us, and Anthropologie, and these stores that I just love to this day. I'm just so in awe of these stores. I was so starstruck and excited about this idea. But along the lines, while I was working with these companies, I started to notice that women were doing kind of impromptu parties where they were just helping each other learn how to do this makeup and sharing it with each other, and just out of the kindness of their heart, just wanting their friends to feel pretty and to understand how to use it. And it is just kind of unique and different. And so, did I reconnect? Is it going okay? Okay, it said it was going to take me. Okay, this should be better. If it was blurry, I'm sorry. But at the same time, I am from Utah, and in Utah, if you don't know, if you're not from here, there's a real mecca of direct sales. And I had all these preconceived notions about it. I was not a fan. I had so many, not negative experiences, but I just had my own perspective of it. And I just thought, these direct sales companies they're not legit, and it's not a real job, and people end up just kind of burning all their friends out with it, and the winner is just the owner of the company. And I just had really negative ideas about it. So I was really against that whole idea, because it had come up a lot of times, because it is such a product that just really lends to that, because it's so easy to kind of show someone, and because it's such, women love to kind of learn from each other, and it's so cool to have someone that has that vested interest in helping you learn it. So I had heard about it a lot, but I just thought, I'm not going to do it. I won't do it. And I'm one of those people, I'm so easygoing about a lot of things, but when I have something, if something goes against my, moral code, it ain't happening. Even if the whole world is going to try to make me do it, I'm not going to do it. And I'm just really not very motivated by, the bottom line, and it just the dollar bills. I just am, for better or for worse, I'm just not motivated by that alone. So I just was never interested in it. But then I started seeing all of this kind of impromptu direct sales where no one was making any money. And quick part of my story that, I a little bit skipped over because it is a long part of the story, but I think that it matters, is that when I did start this company, I was a single mom, and I was living in my parents' garage, and just starting this blog and sharing this product with women at a time when I was feeling so low, and just, for lack of a better word, I felt like a loser, and I felt like I had nothing to give to the world. And I just felt kind of like, have you ever felt like you made the wrong choices, and this is your life now, and you just have to deal with this much smaller version of what you thought your life could be? That's how I felt. And so when I started the blog and I started having the ability to help women feel beautiful, it changed the way that I felt about me, because I felt like I was bringing value to others. And it changed the way I saw my potential and my ability to grow and create a new life that maybe wasn't the life that I expected, but could even be better. And so for all of those women that followed along on the blog and purchased my product, and I can't tell you how much love I have for that group of women that supported me through that all and got me through it. And so that's why there's this huge moral, need to make sure that however I run this company, that I do it in a way that honors all the people that helped get me out of a really dark place into a place that no one could ever deserve, just the most grateful I could possibly be. So coming around to knowing that these people are also now just selling my products for nothing just because they want to help their friends, I started thinking, what if this could do for other women what it did for me? What if it could change lives in a way that you couldn't do for yourself if it wasn't an opportunity like this? If I had somewhere, I wouldn't probably even got the interview, because there wasn't anything flashy and great about my resume. But I knew if I was given the opportunity myself and I could work hard, I could make something. And I just love that idea that no one has to give you a chance. You give the chance to yourself. And so kind of the more that I thought, okay, well, we have to get them we got to pay back these women for helping sell this product. And the more I kind of dug into how are we going to do that, and what are the logistics of this, and how can we share the training, and how every element of the logistics just kept pointing to this amazing, incredible business model. And I slowly learned how amazing it was. And just like anything that is amazing and powerful, particularly, it can be abused. And sometimes people use power and abuse power. And when something is powerful, sometimes it goes wrong. But when you get to choose how you use that, it can be such a powerful force for good. So I was able to kind of get completely re-baptized into the love for this idea, and the way that we could do something really special and unique, and the way that I could not give up or compromise on a single one of my feelings and thoughts about how to take care of people and still have a successful product. And I remember I was in one of the meetings with just a bunch of really expert comp plan. They know how to do these kind of companies. So they're obviously very gung-ho. And I remember being a little defensive, just coming in like, I know you like this, but I'm not fully committed yet. I have a lot of questions. And I just kind of, first thing out of my mouth was, I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do this. I'll give you some examples. I wanted to never pretend that it's not a job. And I'm glad that we can talk about it right now, because if anyone ever tells you that you can make money without working, then that's not coming from me. That's not coming from us. If you work hard, you will have success. But it's not a get rich quick scheme. And it's not something where you're going to be able to sit back and just let it happen. I wanted it to be something where when you buy the kit, you're good to go. You really are set to start your business, versus now you got to keep investing and keep investing and keep investing. I wanted it to be, I worked at Abercrombie once, and everyone that worked there gave their check back to Abercrombie at the end of the month. It wasn't a real job for especially us part-timers. I wanted it to be a real job where, yes, if you wanted it to be a little side hustle, that's amazing, and it's a really cool community, and that works too. But if you want this to be a real career, the sky is the limit, and it's not just going to pay your makeup bill. And there was a bunch of things like that. I also didn't want to overprice the products. I wanted the products to be comparable to the products that are at stores and Sephora and Ulta. I didn't want to overcompensate the price of the product, so you have to sign up in order to have the product. I really want the group of women who are artists to be doing it because they're passionate about it and because it's a really good fit for them. I didn't want to set up a company where we had to kind of assume and pretend it's a really good fit for everyone, which just to me isn't very realistic. So there was a bunch of things like that, and I remember I kind of just let it all out, and they said, it's your company. You do whatever you want. I guess I thought I was going to get some pushback, or someone was going to say, well, you can't be successful if you don't do it this, and this way. But that wasn't what happened, and we've been so blessed to have such amazing success. And one of the things that I always say was kind of a huge surprise about this is I knew, I love women. I always have. I've always been a girl's girl, but the amount of support and love and just being a part of something special that this company has brought to me and to so many women, and that bond that we have has been probably one of the biggest surprises of this experience for me, that I just never thought that would be the most amazing part of having a makeup company, is having this big connected network of beautiful, incredible, intelligent, loving women that love each other and take care of each other and are there for each other. And I think especially in this world of social media and we're kind of all doing our own thing, it's so vitally important to have some really good people behind you and supporting you and loving you and who care about you, and not just your MaskCara business, but your family. And because everything in your life and going on in your heart is going to affect your business, and having someone that's there for you and who is rooting for you, and not just one someone, but thousands of someone's, is just, it's been kind of miraculous. So that's a little piece of a really, really amazing story. And I if you're looking into MaskCara, you have found a place where you will be loved and a home. And I just want you to know that you are welcome here. And if this feels like a good fit, we love you already. All right, I will let you guys go. Thank you so much for listening to a little bit of my story, and I hope you have a good bash.